Remember when Kevin O'Leary said, "When the tide goes out, we will see who is swimming naked"? Well, as it turns out, this time the legendary investor and Shark Tank star Kevin himself is the one who has been swimming naked.
Obviously, one of frustration. There's no question about it. I'm still a huge advocate for the potential of blockchain and cryptocurrencies. I'm disappointed, like many other shareholders. It sets, in a way, though, I always try and find what is the outcome of something like this? I mean, yes, I'm a shareholder in the International. That's a zero. It's not the first time I've made a bad investment, probably not the last time, but luckily I make more good ones than bad ones, and I learn from my mistakes.
But the Shark Tank star and the veteran investor is going to make sure that this will never, ever happen again. Stay tuned as we are going to delve deeper into Kevin's views on the crypto crash, crypto regulations, and the future of cryptocurrency. Crypto is having a bad time right now, and with the latest FTX scandal, it just got worse. As many investors got wiped out in the recent crypto debacle, Kevin took a harsh fall with his investment in the FTX as well. As you heard from him, his entire investment was wiped out.
It was a terrible investment, 100%, and I lost my money. I get it.
And to make matters worse, Kevin was a strong supporter and even a spokesperson for the crypto exchange. But right now, rather than panicking or whining over what happened, Kevin is trying to do something different, something that will have enormous consequences for the crypto industry in general.
My problem and the way I'd like to deal with it and the way I'm going to deal with it is, look, for full disclosure, I'm a shareholder in FTX International, a shareholder in FTX US, and I have corporate accounts on the FTX platform. Here's how I'm going to deal with this. I want full transparency of every transaction in my account, which has been swept clean. Millions of dollars are missing. There is no accounting records there. There's no conversion records. There's nothing. Now, when this occurred was middle of Saturday afternoon 2 weeks ago, when the company filed for bankruptcy in 101 locations plus. And so somebody is controlling that server. And for the sake of all of us as institutional investors who require this data for our taxes, for our compliance, for our accounting, for our reconciliation, we need the servers turned back on so we can see this information. I'm not saying open the exchange or operate it. I don't care about that. What I care about is being able to forensically audit every single transaction that occurred in my account.
Kevin is looking for full transparency through a forensic audit. Now, if you are not familiar with what it is, a forensic audit is an in-depth technical investigation into the financial records of a company, especially if it's involved in fraudulent activities. Now, if you paid close attention to what he said, Kevin made a remarkable comparison between the FTX financial collapse with a few other famous collapses, like Enron and Lehman Brothers.
One of the remarkable situations about this financial collapse, different to Enron, different to Lehman Brothers, different to Bear Stearns, is that 90+% of these transactions are on chain. Mm-hmm. They are irrevocable. They cannot be changed. They're on the public record forever, probably on AWS servers right now. In addition to every dollar wired into those accounts, whether they be SWIFT or Fed wires or ACH transfers, that's all reconcilable. So by the time this is over, and you ask me what Sam Bankman-Fried did, well, no, it'll be totally transparent. And until then, I'm not joining the herd. I'm just waiting for the facts. That's what I'm doing.
90+% of these transactions are on the blockchain, and as he pointed out, they are irrevocable, on public record, and totally transparent. This is where Kevin points out the huge opportunity that crypto offers for the future, even while it is having a hard time right now. But for that to happen, the big institutional investors need to get in, and for that, something else needs to happen first.
What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to fly to Washington, and I want regulation. I want it now. No more delaying. I think this puts tremendous pressure on the SEC. I think a bill like the Stablecoin Transparency Act, which has been floating around forever, not going to signature, not going to markup, we got to stop doing this to ourselves. As an industry, it has to stop, but also It's time to move forward with regulation.
Kevin wants more regulation, and he wants it fast. He is talking specifically about the Stablecoin Transparency Act, the law that is proposed to bring more regulation and stability to the crypto industry. If you're not familiar with that, let's hear it from Kevin himself, why he thinks it will be such a game changer.
I want to do one thing, and that one thing is to pass the Stablecoin Transparency Act. One thing. Because that allows us to use the US dollar as a payment system. I would use that in all of my businesses every day. It's far superior to ACH, far superior to SWIFT, far faster, more transparent, 100% audible. All I need is the regulation that forces an audit every 30 days and guarantees me the backup for this is Treasury bills less than 12 months of duration. That's one thing. Very simple. That would signal to everybody around the world that the regulators here in the United States are taking crypto on, starting to put rules in place, putting the guardrails on. No one is going to play ball anymore in this space on an institutional level with serious capital till we get it done.
In his view, right now, big institutions are not in the crypto because of transparency issues. And there's a lot of speculation in the market without any regulation.
Every single institutional investor is going to look at this and say, okay, can't play with this structure anymore because there's not enough transparency. I'm going to wait for the SEC or whoever it is going to be, the Fed or whoever, to regulate this stuff. This is actually a turning point for this industry. It's a maturation for this industry. That's what's going to happen.
With more regulation, if this could be changed and if crypto can become more transparent, there will be enormous opportunities ahead for everyone. And there is no way this will ever happen again.
I make mistakes. This is one of them. But I learn from my mistakes. This won't be happening again.
So, do you agree with Kevin O'Leary? Will more regulation turn the tide in crypto and start another historic rally? Share your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to hit that subscribe button so I can keep you updated on everything crypto.